So basically, we got a situation where the old bull versus the new bull. Where y'all think they gonna leave us at? Super Set King, aka Mr. Get Your Tank Top Ready. Coming to you fine people today to talk about sneaker news. We're gonna talk about the situation with Stockx and Nike. Hey, be sure to hit that like button, you guys. It goes a long way. Also, be on the lookout for my review on the Chili Red 9 also. All right, let's talk about it. So Nike said that Stockx has fakes. You know, another nail in the coffin. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I am eating two titans going at it. Nike kind of they're in a bad spot right now. Usually Nike can throw their weight around on people because people actually need Nike's products. Stockx is totally different. They don't need Nike's products per se because they are getting the shoes and the products from other places and they're selling them. So it ain't like they have an account. They have an account with Nike, and that's how they was able to do what they did with Foot Locker and tell people they gonna cut their inventory back. It's different with StockX. So this a monster they not quite ready for. I mean, StockX is more, it's the new, it's the trendy thing. And one thing I think what this all stems from is those NFTs. I don't know much about the NFTs, but I can tell you Nike is pissed about it because StockX basically now they're dealing with technology. They moved on, Nike's like the granddaddy, and here comes StockX, this new, young, vibrant one that got all these ideas, and now they took these NFTs and Nike like, hey, how you gonna cut us out? These are our products, this is what we do. So, I mean, now they talking about that StockX is sending fake shoes. I mean, we knew this was coming. This is any time when you have a legal battle. People gonna pull out every stop they can. How many times you heard people that say, if you get in a car wreck or something, don't go outside, don't be doing anything because people watching you. I mean, Nike gonna be watching StockX. They rubbing the wrong way. Most people usually just let Nike have their way, but StockX not gonna lay down because they know they got them kind of in a pickle. What are they gonna do? Everyday people now, you got these resellers are going and buying all their shoes up, selling to StockX and vice versa. So it's nothing you can really do. And now, they slinging mud saying that people who actually work at Nike also shop at StockX and sell off StockX. So it's be very, very interesting. But the only thing I will say, people got to understand about Nike, those shoes that y'all love so near and dear, and I told a lot of you guys this a while back, they are not their number one sellers. Their number one seller is a Air Force One. It's a Nike Blazer is like number two. The third one right now kind of escapes me, but you'll be surprised if Nike says right now, we're not gonna make any more collabs or we're not gonna make any Jordans for 2 years. I'd be willing to guarantee you they will not hurt. Now they might lose a little money, but they're not gonna hurt because that's not how they make their money through those collabs. They're not making their money through all just Jordans. And the Jordan brand will hurt, but Nike itself is not. And they want their piece of the pie. That was the whole situation with Foot Locker. I mean, Nike has bullied Foot Locker before and said, hey, if you don't take these Troners, if you don't take these lifestyle shoes and sell them, we'll cut back on your number Jordans. And that's what I was telling you about the relationships that you see people who work at the shoe stores. I used to be like, man, we got to sell these shoes, we got to sell these type of shoes, lifestyle shoes also. We just can't have people come and get the 13, 14s, and 3s and 4s. So I mean, it's interesting, but I think Nike's in some trouble with this one. I think this one they're gonna be kind of in trouble because it's kind of like something they can't control, and they able to control everything, for the past 30 plus years. They're not gonna be able to control this one. This one's gonna be hard because StockX is just totally different. They're not making those products. They don't need Nike. They know they're gonna get the basically shoes from Nike's customers, a la everybody else. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys about something. We're gonna shift gears a little bit. I want to say about 2000 and maybe 15, probably around 16. They had a resale guy. I hope you don't mind me saying his name. His name was a guy by the name of Super Duper Rooper. I mean, he was a funny guy, charismatic guy, but he was selling a lot of those fakes. And some of those things that came out back in the days, you could see like, oh, okay, that ain't it. That ain't the one. But I noticed through the years, they got better and they got better and they got better. And it made me think about a story my grandfather told me years ago. A long time ago, when they first started switching over $100 bills, they started putting like the holograms on one side, you know, and it was just, I was like, man, I told him, I said, man, nobody gonna be able to make a fake now. He looked me dead in my eyes. He said, let me tell you something, son. He said, the same way them people made that money, somebody else is sitting there making up a fake or a replica of that money. They put the same amount of effort and time. And that's what China's done. They've mastered the fake shoes. Personally, I can't speak for you guys. I'm not finna buy any shoes in case it come from retail. If it don't come from a retail store, your Foot Locker, your Foot Action, your Champs, I'm not finna buy it. I know what I'm gonna get if I go to a consignment shop. I'll get on my knees and I shake them dice and I'm taking a chance. And I don't know if all of y'all want to take that chance, but it's gotta be kind of crazy for some of you guys to go on these places when you know they've had fake shoes. We've had shoe consignment shops with big names. If you check your history, you can Google it. Who had some fakes to come through. Now, that's all well and good, but what if you that guy who got that fake shoe and you paid $600, $800, $900 for that fake shoe? You know, that's not funny. Now, this same place tell you that they can't take the shoe back, give you a refund for this shoe because it's a fake shoe. So I want you guys to kind of think about this. You know, they are making fakes. They are making them on a whole nother level. And if you don't get it from a retailer, I say leave it alone. And I say don't buy from a resale person. Because you never know what you're gonna get. You know, people get reputations. You might have a reputation today that you are the best. You are the best. You got nothing but rubber shoes. You've done all the right stuff. But guess what? It's a particular shoe that everybody wants. You only got 100 pounds. And about 400 people want them. These shoes are about $900 a piece. And you know you can buy these fakes because of your name and you can go get them. Most people are gonna go run after that money. You gotta understand, this is big business. I've had this conversation. This is big business right now. When Nike gets involved the way they get involved right now and Stockx is involved, this is becoming a totally different type of big business. I mean, it's like, you know, it's almost like street wars if you want to look at it that way, just without all the other stuff that come with it. I mean, they take each other to court. And you guys in the middle of it, because as long as you guys keep buying from resellers and consignment shops and everything, this is going to continue because at the end of the day, the money is entirely too good. That's why I wasn't shocked when Stockx was saying, you know, people at your company are buying and selling and trading with us. The money is too good. I mean, right now, shoes is where it's at. You know, I hate to make the reference, but shoes almost like how drugs used to be in the 80s and the 90s right now. I mean, you got guys out here talking about they getting past the cash app amount, $5,000 or $7,000 a week off shoes. Oh, boy, sign me up. I mean, that's where we at right now. You guys got to kind of go back and check the history because a lot of these people get these shoes and they not always get legit shoes. You know, I mean, what Nike and Stockx gonna do, they're gonna do. But I want you regular people out there to think about it like this. If you don't get it from a store, it ain't for you. I would say just leave it alone. Or get it from a buddy that you really know who bought it from a store. You do not, I repeat, you taking a risk. And don't be upset when you look up that $900 shoe you bought, that off-white you bought, or this other shoe you paid this money for if it's really a fake. But always remember over here, we keep the body tight, feet right. Later.